Please don't spoil the movie by adding your own soundtrack.
Hello, my name was Obi-Wan Kenobi.
My name is Gertie Giggles.
And welcome back to Please Don't Spoil the movie. That's a good name. Good choice.
Thank you. It just came to me.
Can you do his laugh? That's a no.
You can't do it either.
I just did it perfectly.
Okay, stop, because it's really making me uncomfortable when you do it.
Yeah, I killed it. I used to have the biggest crush on him when I was little. He was so cool. But clearly the bad guy. Girl.
Everyone loves the bad guy, the bad boy.
Absolutely. How are
Speaking
you?
Of bad boys.
Okay.
How are you and your husband?
Nice. He's the most non-bad boy ever.
I know.
But me and my country gal, pal, guy, we're fine. That's so weird that he's my husband.
It's crazy.
Right. Jesus.
It's insane.
Imagine when I start having
crazy.
Imagine when I tell y'all I'm pregnant.
Please stop. Oh my God, I'm dreading.
Part of me just wants to do the TikTok where you just like call somebody and just like, they're like, whose baby is that? Like, that's my baby.
Whose baby is that?
Is that? It's like, it's mine. And I also see this TikTok where it's like a husband and wife. They just walk through the house and everyone's like, who's this baby? They're like, I was pregnant. Now, that one's funny.
Oh,
but I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not have that happen.
Yeah. Not by what?
So what else is going on? What's new? What's up? What's the latest sitch?
I finished Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Didn't know you were watching it.
What? Did I not talk about this every chance I get? I'm pretty sure I told you. So I was watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel, which is Buffy the Vampire Slayer spinoff, and Supernatural. Those are the shows I've been watching.
I recall.
Probably you're not listening. If you're great.
I can't remember anything.
Got hurts feelings, so whatever. It's like it's a real big part of my character right now. Those 3 shows.
Oh, I'm weak.
Serious. But yeah, just finished it. What a great series. I think you should watch it. I think you will love it. I think Buffy the Vampire Slayer, it's going to be the new show I recommend to everyone who hasn't seen it. I'm like, you have to watch Buffy. If anyone needs a new show, watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
What is it on?
Hulu.
Okay, who's Buffy? Is it Sarah Michelle Gellar or is it some other chick?
It's Sarah. Michelle Gellar.
The movie is somebody else.
Oh yeah, the movie is somebody else.
Which one was first, the show or the movie?
That's your question. Let's see.
I knew you wouldn't know. You don't know your history. You don't know your facts.
So the film came out in 1992, and Buffy started
95.
97.
Damn it!
I'm surprised it went in that order.
Right.
Yeah,
that's a large age gap.
Yeah, but really good show. Great.
Is it a book?
I think so. Book. Let's see. It appears to be a book. Yeah, book series. Long book series. Jesus.
How many books?
Girl, I'm seeing Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The Harvest, The Angel Chronicles. So I guess that even the books, they have like a spinoff. They have Xander gets a book. He's a character on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The Willow Files. She gets like 2 volumes. Faith, which is another Slayer. Cordelia. So, there's a lot of break off. The Chosen One. Let's see. It seems like everyone gets a little character in the book.
There's a lot of spinoff options.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And one show did become a spinoff. It was really good. And then one more season left of Angel. I'd be so sad to be done. It's a vampire. He was like Buffy's boyfriend. He got his own spinoff, basically.
Oh, so this is his show.
Yes. Yeah. His name is Angel, and the show's called Angel. But it's a guy from Bones. That's what the show is.
Oh.
Yeah. The main character. He did a lot of TV show. I had to look up the other day. I was like, how many shows was this man on? I think he just stopped like a couple years ago. And he was like, my body is tired. Because he did 12 seasons of Bones. He did Angel. I was like, when did you have a break?
I guess he didn't.
He didn't.
He got to keep the money flowing.
He doesn't. He comes from the old TV show where they got residuals. It was rolling dough. I know Buffy had that money, had that cash. Right. What's up with you?
Nothing much. I saw Eternity the other night with Mom.
Give me
A
a
movie
brief.
that you claim you didn't know what it
Not heard
was,
of
which I
it.
think
I
is
d-
crazy.
Never heard of it. How was it?
You
What's it about?
haven't seen anything promoting
Oh, see,
Eternity?
if it's not the biggest box office of the year, I have never seen the commercial because they don't show
This
things.
one I've been seeing.
No, never seen it. What's it about? I see a woman with two
Well,
men on her right. So it's a love
right.
triangle. Am I guessing correctly?
You already, I'm sure, you already looked it up when I told you
No,
I
I
was to go
didn't.
see it.
No,
Oh.
I didn't. I didn't.
Okay, so what it's about is about this woman, and she dies. And she has to decide
Ghost.
who she wants to spend the rest of her eternity with. Her first husband, who died in the war, and they were probably only married for like 5 seconds.
What war? Like the Mountain War?
Right, which war? That was a big part of his storyline. The Korean War.
How old is this lady? What? Okay.
She dies when she's like 80.
Oh,
But
so
so
she's
when she
supposed to be okay.
dies, so she dies when she's like 80. But when she
Okay.
goes, to heaven,
She
you know,
goes
you're
young,
like
yeah.
your
Your best.
favorite
Got
self.
it.
So she's young. And
Because I'm
so
looking
are
at this
her
lady, I'm
husband.
like, what's this math here?
Yeah.
Like, okay, gotcha.
So the whole thing is that you die, like when you die and you go to like heaven, eternity, whatever, you are in the form of when you were the most happiest. So that's why they're young. Okay, so she has to decide if she wants to marry her first husband, who she married when she was young, and he died in the Korean War. They didn't really say how long they were married for. But then she remarries like 2 fucking years later. And she spends like, her entire like life with this guy.
Yeah.
Who like they were very like an argumentative couple. So it's about who. So when she gets to
Don't tell me.
heaven, they're both there and they've both been waiting for her.
So I'm assuming, I hope it's not a spoiler, the other man died too, so both are there.
Yeah. Okay, so it's how it's set up. So, okay. When the movie starts, we're introduced to the girl. I don't remember. Her name's Joan, I think. And then the husband, her second husband, his name's Larry. So they're like 80 years old. They're like, old married couple that argues. They're going to this party. She has terminal cancer. Okay. They're going to this party. She has terminal cancer. At the party, however, Larry, the husband, he's like eats a peanut, chokes, and dies. So he dies first. So he dies first. He's hanging around there trying to get shit figured out. And then a couple of months later, then she dies.
Oh, okay.
It's
a peanut.
Cancer.
Oh, he chokes? Well, sorry.
Yeah, he like chokes and dies.
I was like, he forgot.
And then so when she gets to eternity, she sees Larry, but then she sees the other guy who's been waiting for her for 67 years. So now she has to decide who she wants to spend the rest of eternity with. But then also the eternity that you pick, it's like you can't go back. Like this is it.
Right.
They're like themes. It's like a beach theme, mountains, art, Paris. There's like different eternities. It's like
love
rooms.
that. Yes. So I see it's 824, which I love. Was it? Did they have some comedy in there? I see it's called a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
Did you like it without spoiling anything?
I didn't. So, okay, you know how like a lot of movies, when they have like this love triangle and a girl has to pick between two guys, they're always kind of identified as like a clear winner.
Yeah.
Like in Bridget Jones' Diary, like we obviously know she's gonna end up with the one who's not Hugh Grant.
The dick. You're right.
Yeah, like we know she's gonna end up with the one who isn't Hugh Grant. Like it's obvious. So it's just like it's not. This wasn't like that. Like I thought, like one of them was gonna be like, oh, she's clearly not gonna pick him because he's a dick or something. Like it wasn't like that. I was like, who the fuck is she gonna? I was like, who the fuck is she gonna pick? And then to the middle, in the middle, they started losing me. I was like, all right, y'all losing me, but they picked it back up at the end.
It's not one of those things where it ends before she picks somebody, is it?
See, what I thought was, I thought going into it, I was like, she's not gonna pick either of them. I was like, she's not gonna do it. She's just not gonna pick either. I really thought that was gonna happen, but she does end up picking one.
Okay. Did mom like it?
Mom fell asleep.
Okay, so 50-50 there. That would really seal the deal.
Mom said when we were leaving on the way home, she's like, they're gonna have to write you a thank you letter. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's like, the people who made that movie. I was like, why? Because you're the only one who went there and saw it. I was like, oh my goodness. It wasn't that bad. She was like, this is going to be on Prime Video in 2 fucking days.
Jesus,
she was like,
lady.
we could have stayed home for this.
Oh
I was
my
like,
goodness.
all right.
So that means she didn't like it, or she was just tired? What was that being tired?
Well, she fell asleep. I guess she was saying it wasn't worth going all the way over to Elmwood to go see. But I needed to go see it. I thought it was important to go see it because I'm tired of seeing fucking Marvel end game, begin game, half game, start game, sad game. Give me a romance. Give me a romantic comedy. Let's go back to the original formula. Bring me back to 1999 where y'all cranking them bitches out. So that's why I made a point to go see this one.
Perfect.
Because if this one doesn't do well, who's to say they're going to make more?
Right. I trust A24. I think they'll hold it down for us. But
you're not going to ask me which guy she chooses?
No, I don't want you to spoil it.
You didn't even know what the movie was until yesterday.
Okay, when I'm invested. And obviously she chooses the guy that, don't tell me. You're going to ruin it for me. Were you shocked by were you shocked? Were you gassed?
When they got to the middle, I was like, where are we going with this? I didn't really know where. That's why they started losing me. I was like, where are we going with this fucking storyline? But they cleaned it up. And they were both so fucking cute. I was like, oh my God, they're both so adorable.
And do they know they're both competing for her love?
Yeah.
Are they, is it like what, they're like, remember?
So the one who was married to her for like 70 years, he meets the other husband who's been waiting for her the whole time since he died. He didn't know that was him though.
Oh, they like besties.
And then so then when she gets there, he's like, what? So when she arrives, he's like, what the fuck are you? This is my bitch. Like, what are you doing here?
Do they tell, they like, are they trying to convince her through like memories? Or they show like memories or something like, pick me?
I guess this isn't spoiling too much. She gets to spend she gets to have like a trial run of an eternity test with both of them.
Okay, cool.
And then the black girl who's in there, you haven't seen the commercial, so you probably haven't seen her.
Okay.
I forgot her name.
I'll look it up here. Divine Joy Rudolph.
Her. She plays. Anna. I guess you could say she's an equivalent of like an angel. I don't fucking know. So she's like Larry's angel. So that's the second husband. She's like his coordinator. And then there's this guy, this white guy, who's like the first husband's coordinator. So the black girl's trying to convince the girl to be with Larry, and then the gay guy's trying to convince the wife to be with, I think his name was Luke. Luke.
Now, if she don't choose me, what that mean for me? I gotta spend time by myself. What does that mean for me?
Yeah.
Damn. I don't like that. I feel like it shouldn't matter. I feel like I wish you get both of them in my life.
Right? I was like, why can't we just all go to the same eternity? But,
right.
I don't
be neighbors. Silly movie. Let's go 1 to 10. Did I ask you that already? What did you think? Sorry. Can't remember.
I would give it a 7.
Okay, 7 out of 10. Did you cry? No.
I think I did get a little teary-eyed at one part.
Did like a tear.
I've been crying a lot lately. I don't know what the fuck that's about.
If mom's right, I should be watching it on Prime TV or whatever the hell.
I think she fell clean asleep. I said, don't you dare ask me who she is once you wake up.
She's funny for that.
But yeah.
Have you seen anything else lately?
No. Well, the same girl who's in this movie, she was in that show that me and Mom watched about that lady who murdered her neighbor. She plays the same.
Candy.
Not the same. Yeah, Candy. Saw that. You didn't like it, but.
Oh, I liked it. I just didn't like the way her story ended.
You didn't like her. Well, the show, what was it called? Like Love and Death or something? Whatever. They told it from her perspective.
Well, that's the only perspective that we have because she killed the other lady.
She did. She did. But from her perspective, it was self-defense.
Yeah, but it is. Because if I kill somebody, my perspective is going to be self-defense
It's going to be self-defense too.
I don't know where she brought that axe up in here. It was called Love and Death. Yeah, right. Also, Wanda Wizard.
Yeah.
She's killing it. What's her number? She's been on a lot of shit.
You know, she is Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen's sister.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy. Elizabeth Olsen. Okay. I see. They will also. She can run, honey, because she's killing it.
Right.
I have never. That's so weird. And what if she's like, yeah, I really don't talk to them. Are they friends?
I know, right? What's her relationship?
Yeah, like no, they locked in. They really deal with outsiders.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Also another show I've started The X-Files, and I'm locked in.
Oh, okay.
Locked
What's that
in
on?
Hulu as well. And now I believe in every conspiracy. Throw me a conspiracy, you say it, you lay it out for me, I'm gonna believe it. I'm locked in.
Oh, okay. Is that what the show's about? Conspiracy theories?
Yeah. So like the X-Files, he like works for the FBI, but he works for the X-Files sector, which is like things that can't be explained or whatever, like aliens and like vampires or like just like weird stuff that happens that they're like, just give it to X-Files. But yeah.
And what's the point of even working for that department? Is he supposed to crack the case?
Right. It's kind of like annoying because like he's never gonna get like his
right.
Like,
exactly.
So we as the viewer for most of the time, we know the full story, but he's never given the full story. And if he does know the full story, it's not like they're gonna write down he was this kind of weird worm alien thing that he was a werewolf, and that's what happened.
Right.
He's never report on that. But the reason why he does it is because when he was little, his sister was abducted by aliens. That's the story so far, at least. So he's like trying to like get answers about his sister. The main thing he wants to know about is aliens.
Shows. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't hate when shows, but I feel like 90s shows always do this. There's a greater story in the background, and then each episode is a different story. Didn't you say that on your TikTok?
Yes. So like a lot of people were saying, in the beginning it's a lot of like, but I like it like that. But each episode so far is a case, and like there's a bigger thing in the background. But like in the beginning, each episode is kind of like a new monster of the week is what they were calling it. But he's like his main thing is to figure out aliens, but also like the FBI is kind of low key corrupted too, and he's like working against like some people in the agency want the X-Files to close. Some people in the agency want the truth to come out. Like some people are like, gunning for his head. It's just like it's interesting, but I'm just like, why don't I just tell him about the aliens? It's good. It's good. Scully and Mulder. Can't wait for them to get together. So cute.
Whatever that means.
There's two main characters. They work together.
Oh.
It's a boy and a girl.
They're in love.
No, not yet. They're just coworkers. I'm just like, oh, I can't wait.
Speaking of coworkers getting together, think journalism. Think high school newspaper. Think editor-in-chief of the newspaper who hates the girl who writes about the gossip column. Okay. Think high school teacher goes missing. Think romantic forbidden love affair between teacher and teacher. Think embezzle. Think fraud. Think framing. Think blackmail. Think stolen identity. Think we got to get down to the bottom of this. Think the New York Times and other New York-related publications. Think fashion. Think a young Brenda song.
Say that again.
Think a young Brenda song. Drum roll, please! And that brings us to drum roll, please!
Get a clue.
Get a clue.
There's nothing you can do. Oh, yeah. What's up? Let's get a clue. What a great song. Nothing you can do. Haven't seen this movie in years.
I was watching this recently, and I don't remember why and what it was on to where I was sitting there watching it, but it happened. Summary. Lexy Gold, played by Lindsay Lohan. Remember, this is the house that Lindsay built.
Lohan built, honey.
This is the house that she built.
Period. I did.
Lexy Gold, played by Lindsay Lohan, is a wealthy and fashion-obsessed teenager who writes a gossip column for her Manhattan preparatory school. When her English teacher mysteriously disappears, I don't know if he's her English teacher. I don't know how that got there. When her English teacher mysteriously disappears after she publishes a photograph of him in the newspaper, Lexy teams up with her friends and a rival student journalist to solve the mystery. As they navigate the streets of New York City, the group uncovers a complex conspiracy involving a long-lost fortune and a hidden criminal identity.
Oh, yeah.
The film is a 2002 American mystery comedy written by Elena Bargy-Sanko and directed by Maggie Greenwald. The film was released as a Disney Channel original movie.
Also known as and
was primarily filmed in Toronto, Canada, of course. It's where they go for everything.
That's funny.
With some of the exterior scenes filmed on location in Manhattan. Millington Prep, the school that they attend, was filmed at Bishop Scratchen School in Toronto. Production began in May 2001, and the script was still unfinished by the time filming had begun. A well-concealed reshoot took place in late 2001 to film a different ending for the film.
Okay.
Concluding that the villain in the film was Meanie.
Mm-hmm. Played by.
In the original ending, however, the villain turned out to be Mrs. Stern.
Racist.
I don't think so. The ending.
I'll just say it. Oh, the woman did it. That would have been too serious. That would have been too much.
Why?
It'd be like she killed him because she loved him. It's like, well, let's not introduce that story to children's
Well, he wouldn't have died in the he still would have lived. She'd have just been the villain.
Villain how?
I don't know. It said she, like, in the alternate ending, she knew him when he was in Arizona.
That's stupid. That don't make any sense.
Miss Stern is the black teacher who will come.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense because he would have known that she knew her. I've seen this bitch a mile away.
Well, say, well, it worked because the ending was shown on the DVD release, though the viewer had the option to watch either ending with the movie when the movie reaches 61 minutes, with Mrs. Stern's ending shown in a different aspect ratio than the rest of the movie. What the fuck that means, but like a pick your destiny type shit.
You want to brand this?
I've got to get my hands on this DVD now.
I know.
A song by the Canadian band Prozac, with the song title "Get a Clue," appeared in the film.
It's nothing you can't do. Sorry.
Thank you. And the music video was regularly shown on the Disney Channel at the time of the film's release. The name of the band was later changed to Simon and Milo, so their band name would not be associated with drugs.
Wait, sorry, what was their band name originally?
Prozac.
It's funny.
Yes. This marked the final film Lindsay Lohan starred in under her original. I don't remember this being a thing, but I guess it was. In her original 3-movie contract with Disney, which included The Parent Trap, Life Size, and Get a Clue.
Got it.
Obviously this is a Disney Channel movie, so there is no box office, but Wikipedia did offer me a budget if you want to guess it.
1 million.
Oh my goodness. I think this is the first time you've actually guessed it right on the nose.
Yeah.
Granted, it wasn't a hard one, but yes.
It wasn't.
It wasn't hard at all. And let me go through the cast. Lindsay Lohan as Alexandria Lexy Gold, a teenage amateur journalist. Bug Hall as Jack. I don't fucking know.
Jack.
When I see Jack and Jake, I can't differentiate. Jake Downey, editor of the school newspaper. Ian Gomez as Nicholas Petrosian, or Mr. Orlando Walker, one of Lexy's teachers, the one who goes missing. Brenda Song as Jennifer Jen Harvey, Lexy's fashion-conscious best friend. Ali Makdam as Gabe, amateur photographer. Dan Lett as Frank Gold, Lexy's father, a journalist with the New York Times. Amanda Plummer as Miss Dawson, a teacher who was in love with Mr. Walker. Charlie Shaughnessy as Detective Charles Meany / Granville, the main antagonist of the film. Spoiler. The guy from The Nanny.
Also, Mom's Gonna Date with the Vampire. Classic.
Yeah. What is his Mr. Sheffield? That's his name.
Mr. Sheffield.
I almost said Daddy Warbucks. I don't know why.
Mr. Daddy Warbucks.
Kim Roberts is Mrs. Stern. And where's the sister-in-law in it there? Jennifer Pashani as Taylor Gold, Lexy's tech-savvy little sister. There we go.
All right. And before we begin, don't forget to rate, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your best friends. Let us know if you like the podcast or not. Privately and with very nice words. So, welcome to Get a Clue. In this movie, the movie begins in the beautiful home of Lexy. What's her last name?
Gold.
And she's got money, honey. She wakes up.
Okay, did you notice? I'm noticing with her the last names. But no, like everyone's like, okay, like her last name is Gold. She's rich. The guy who's Detective Meany, he was mean. Miss Stern, she was a stern black lady. Then the politician, that storyline was so fucking pointless to me. I was like, why is this in here?
Let's get there. But yes, do want to talk about that.
The homeless politician. His name was something. Last name was I Care. Because he cared about what he was doing. I was like, who wrote this shit?
Maybe the guy, you know, like, remember in like school we used to like learn reading comprehension or like the subliminal messaging? Maybe they were trying to like put that on us or like
his name was like Dan I Care. I was like, are you
That's so
me?
funny. So
yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
That's funny. What's the detective?
But yeah.
The detective's name?
Potter. So the movie starts.
Yes.
We're in Manhattan. We're in her Lexy Gold's Upper East Side apartment.
Bedroom.
They have the whole floor. She's in her room. She's waking up for school. She calls her best friend, Jen.
It's giving like the beginning of Clueless, that kind of vibe.
Oh,
Fabulous.
It definitely is. Yeah, but instead of being in Beverly Hills, we're on the Upper East Side. She calls her best friend, Jen, to consult on what they're going to wear to school. Jen picks out her outfit. Fabulous. Lexy picks out her outfit, even more fabulous. And they're on the way to their Upper East Side prep school.
This movie?
Everyone else is fabulous.
Do you think this movie was campy?
Camp adjacent, like
child campy. I was like, this is...
like a child's camp.
Yeah, because I was like, are we here? Is it plot or is it fashion? I was fucking with the fashion. But I was like, the fashion is... they fashion killers over here.
Yeah, truly. Honestly.
So after they have their outfits picked, Lexy joins her family down for breakfast.
Oh, sorry.
And at the table, we meet Lexy's sister, whose name is Jennifer? No. Oh, yeah, sorry. Taylor. Taylor is like a spy tech geek. She's at the table with these spy glasses that remind me when I was younger, I wanted to be a spy. And I always remember when I was little, I'm sure I told the story. I asked Dad, are spy kids real? He told me no, and we've been beefing ever since. I think he crushed my dreams, but fucking love.
I remember you telling that story, but I don't know why I thought you asked him if Santa Claus was real.
No, I asked him if spy kids were real, and he thought about it for a second. I remember he said no.
He thought about it for a second, then he said no.
Well, I wanted to be a spy, and that was the first time my dreams were crushed, and I became an accountant.
Did that?
Right? He should have said yeah, and I'd have been an FBI agent.
Yeah, you could have been working for the CIA.
Could have been working for the CIA. I'm a fucking accountant.
In
Jesus.
the X-Files division.
Exactly. Jesus. But that is what Lexi's sister Taylor is on the road to be. Also there's her mother, who's important. They don't really talk about her later much.
We never see her ever again.
Important in the business world is what I meant, not in the movie, because she goes off to some business, and her dad is a journalist. And they're clearly rich. They have a what's the
not a butler, but
maid?
A maid, I guess.
A maid, a house,
female equivalent of a butler.
Yes, a housewoman that takes care of their things. Biggest topic at breakfast is that Lexi's news article was posted in the
Daily Examiner, which is huge.
Yes, no one knew about it.
Unbeknownst to her, she had no idea. Her dad's looking at the paper, and he's like, "Lexy, this is your article in the paper." And she's like, "What?"
I have no idea.
She's like, "Oh my God, I submitted this junior article weeks ago. I didn't know they picked me."
Which is crazy. Tell the bitch.
Right. Let me know.
Yes.
And the article is about... So she wrote this article about Mr.
What is the article about? I don't know.
Walker. Well, she really had no business writing this to begin with. Because the article is about the affair that her teachers are having together. That's what it's about.
Well, I think she used the word friendship.
Okay.
But see, it's not fair because none of them are cheating on each other. It's just weird. Like, my two teachers are dating. Why would y'all choose this one? What did everybody else write about?
Right.
This is the best one? I just don't understand. In my head, it's a picture of Mr. Walker, her English teacher, and Mrs. Dawson. They're like standing on a staircase, I guess chit-chatting. But for whatever reason, I just don't understand what's in the article. That was so interesting. What could she possibly written about is what I want to know.
Because it was gossip, as her little sister said. So the dad's like, "This is so great. This is awesome." She's like, "Oh my God, yeah, I love this." And he describes it as a human interest piece.
Yeah.
And her little sister, Taylor's like, "This is fucking gossip." She's like, "It's not gossip. It's human interest." And she's like, "Gossip."
Whatever.
Which it is. Because, bitch, why are you lurking on your teacher? She even used her sister's camera to snag the pic.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, she goes to school. She arrives at school. Everyone's raving about her article.
Lexy,
they're like, "Oh my God,
amazing.
Lexy, you're so cool." The Daily Examiner, today, tomorrow, the Post. "Oh my God, Lexy, Mr. Orlando and Miss Dawson. This is crazy. Lexy, 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 Lexy."
They're
She's the talk of the town. So then as she's walking through the hallway and she's receiving her praises, she runs into Orlando Walker, her teacher, and Jack, who is the editor of their high school newspaper. He's the editor-in-chief. They're walking out of a classroom together. And she's like, "Oh, hey, Mr. Walker." Mr. Walker's like, "Hey, bitch, I seen that paper that you wrote about me."
He's honestly not as upset as he should be.
He's not as upset as he should be. He's like, "Oh,
he's got other problems."
Hello,
but
Lexy.
Yes.
And
but
then
she should be sent to the principal. I don't know. Whatever.
Right. She should have been reprimanded for that paper.
Yeah, like, hey, you can't just invade people's lives and post about it in the Examiner.
Because then, how do you know you're not getting them in trouble? Because I'm sure there's probably a policy that they either have to disclose their relationship, and if they don't, that's an HR violation. Or there's probably a policy where they can't fucking date each other.
Right. Or they both could have partners and you just don't know about it. And now you just blew their spot up.
They don't, but...
And whatever happened to... I'm not a celebrity. I'm a teacher. I didn't ask for this.
Right. She should have been expelled, not praised, but nonetheless. So Mr. Walker is like, "Hello, Lexy." Then he walks away. Jack, whatever the fuck his name is. He sticks around and he's like, saw your article in the paper. And she's like, "Oh, yeah. What'd you think of it?" And he's like, "It was a gossip piece." She's like, "It's not gossip." And he's like, "Whatever."
Mind you, he was being nice about it. He wasn't being shady. I don't think at first. I don't think he was being shady just yet.
Well, he later gets shady.
But I think he's being genuine.
So then we run into Brenda's song. I don't know. They chit chat.
Also, before Mr. Walker gets pulled away because Miss Stern, which I always thought Miss Stern was the principal, but she's just like,
admission
something.
Always thought she was She was the principal. She's the admissions officer.
Yes. But she pulls Mr. Walker away because she wants to have a conversation with him. He looks like he's in trouble. I always thought he was a principal, and I always thought he was getting in trouble because of the article. Right, but that's just not the case. Exactly. She just wants to have a serious conversation about him. And
Miss Stern is Stern. That's just why her last name is Stern.
I know we call it, please don't spoil the movie. But I never paid attention to the fact that she had a crush on him. Never paid attention to the fact that he had a crush on her. She had a crush on him.
Never noticed that. Never noticed
Miss Stern had a crush on, because they don't even...
Literally never noticed.
What do you want from him, Miss Stern? Stop playing. That is not your type. Stop playing.
Y'all not each other's type. Knock it off.
Knock it off.
He can't handle you. And then she gonna do with all that woman.
And she walks down the hallway hitting that like paper in her hand. Just thought she was the principal. How is she not the principal?
Right.
So crazy. But yes.
So fast forward, Lexy is now in, I don't know what they call it, newspaper class?
Yeah, the journalism room.
The editing room?
Is it a class?
Whatever.
It might be a class. Yeah.
Wherever the newspaper team meets, they're in there. She's chit-chatting with Jen / Brenda Song. She's talking about her... So she also writes for the school newspaper. She writes an advice column. She's talking about her advice column. She's bragging to Jen. She's like, what would people in the school do without me? Live. But she's, giving herself her props. And then now it's time for the big newspaper meeting. Mr. What the fuck is his name?
Goldblum,
who is like the advisor for the school paper. He's like, makes an announcement, hello, class, everyone. Our very own Lexy Gold, her own article that she submitted, made it into the Daily Examiner, which is a New York publication. Let's give her a round of applause. Congratulations, Lexy. Clap, clap, clap. Everyone's giving Lexy her flowers. Now, Mr. Goldblum is like, and now we will hear from our editor-in-chief, Jake, whatever his name is. So now, Mr. Goldblum is like, now we will hear from our editor-in-chief, Jake, whatever the fuck his name is. And unbeknownst to him, he didn't know he was going to be speaking on this, but he's like, yeah, sure. Really great when one of our own makes it into a publication, even if it's like on something soft. So he shades the shit out of her.
Well, and clearly that's what they want. So
Lindsay and Brenda Song / Jen are both offended.
Yeah, as it should be.
But the attention quickly gets brought back to her, and she's all fine because everyone's clapping for her anyway because they love her.
So after this school paper meeting, Lexy is going about her day. She's going up the stairs, but she is stopped when she sees Mr. Walker and Mrs. Dawson talking, and they're talking passionately, aggressively, and basically Mr. Walker is breaking up with Miss Dawson, and she's upset about it. He's not giving any reason.
She doesn't know why.
It's out of nowhere. They're doing great. Also, what the fuck is wrong with her? I do not like her vibe. She seems off. Am I tripping? Did her personality bother you?
She not until the end. She didn't seem off here. Well, she is a little weird.
She's weird.
She's
strange.
But yeah,
I don't like her personality.
When I was younger watching it, I thought she was fucking strange.
Yeah, she's strange. Anyway, she's upset. And the last thing she says to him, she's like, I'm sorry I ever met you, but just so you know, not both of us is going to be able to work at this school. One of us is going to have to go. Which is a crazy thing to say.
She's like, if you think I'm going to be passing these halls in Middleton and looking at your ass, you are sadly mistaken. Okay. One of us will not be staying here, and it surely will not be me. So you gotta go.
I didn't know she had it in her. Okay, girl. Right. She walks off and she runs into Lexy. Lexy pretends like she didn't hear. Also, who was listening on this was Jack. But after school, Lexi's back at her home. She's typing up some gossip column stuff. Oh yeah, she's talking to her dad, and she's getting ready for bed. And her dad compliments her, on the article. And then I think she expresses concern about like, hey, do these articles
have you ever written an article and like something happened after? And he's like, well, yeah, that's kind of the whole point. Like, you want your article to, cause some change. And in her mind, she means like, okay, this article's out and now these two are broken up. Like, have I fucked up their relationship? What have I done?
What's the snowball effect of all this?
And he basically just kind of tells her what it takes to be a good journalist. And, you start off small, but then you work your way up. And, you'd be surprised where a little hard work, luck, and determination gets you.
Hell
and that's his parting ways with her for the night, and she goes off to bed.
Boom, next morning. We see a scene, cars getting fish out of a river. We pan the craziest looking detective in this world. Jade, I bust out laughing.
Detective. Crazy mustache.
I bust out laughing. This is when I decided this movie was campy. Because of that mustache. It's like a
mustache.
I don't know what kind of mustache it is, but it's like one of those where you like.
It's like the ones that like you curl at the end that you can really curl.
It's you know what I think he's going for. I feel like in like the 50s, that's like what when you see a detective, that's the kind of mustache a detective has, or like Sherlock Holmes. I would think. I feel like it, maybe. Like a character, like
not
a caricature.
That's like 18.
Sorry, yeah.
60.
I feel like he's doing a caricature of a detective.
Well, he looks like a fool with that damn mustache.
I bust out laughing. But yes, crazy mustache, tiny man. The mustache is bigger than him. But they're fishing a car out of a river. And then on his way to school, Jack picks up an article. Not sure why this is, headline news, but it says teacher marked absent. And it's a picture of Mr. Walker. Dun, dun, dun.
Because that is his car in the river. So the next day, after the car has been discovered, Lexy wakes up that morning and she now sees, well, she don't see nothing. Her dad comes to her and he is like, okay, wake up, bedhead. Your teacher has gone missing. His car was found in the river. His body has not been discovered, but his car was found. It's not looking too good. It's not looking too hot. She's stunned. She's shocked. She calls Brenda Song, tells her the news as well. To mourn this loss, they haven't found his body yet, but I guess to mourn the situation, Brenda Song and Lexy both show up to school in all black in solidarity.
And then Lexy also shares her concerns with Jen. Like, don't you think it's weird that like after I did this news article, he's gone missing? And Jen's like, no, I don't think that's weird, which is weird because it is weird. They go to Mrs. Dawson's class. She was kind of upset, but she's staying strong. While Lexy's in class, she gets pulled out to speak with Detective Potter, which is mustache guy. He pulls her in and he's like, hey, so I know you wrote this article about the two teachers. Do you have any information about them? And she basically tells her like how she overheard Mr. Walker and Mrs. Dawson breaking up, and how she did mention that not both of us could work in this school. And he's like, oh, that's interesting. She's like, yeah. And then before she leaves, she says, Mr. Potter, has anyone ever told you that you would look better without the mustache? Which is very brave of her, and she really is helpful to society. And then she goes about her day.
And then so right after Lexy leaves, now it's Miss Dawson's turn to be interviewed. But when she walks into the classroom where Mr. Potter is conducting these interviews, Lexy and Jack are outside the door listening. So she's in there, Miss Dawson. She's getting interrogated. Basically, the cop is asking her, is it true that you had a relationship with Mr. Walker? She said, yes, that is true. And he asks her, when's the last time you saw him? She says, yesterday afternoon. He asks him, well, how was he? What was his demeanor like? She was like, he was perfectly fine. And he was like, isn't it true that y'all broke up? And she was like, well, yeah. And he's like, isn't it true you were having a heated discussion with him the last time you spoke to him about your relationship and you were upset that he was breaking up with you and you threatened him? And she was like, sounds like I need to get a lawyer. Because you're trying to accuse me of something I ain't do. And that's how that goes.
This whole time, Lexy and Jake were eavesdropping on this conversation. And Lexy feels bad because she feels like what she said earlier to the detective is the reason why Mrs. Dawson is now the prime suspect. Because she doesn't believe that she had anything to do with Mr. Walker's disappearance. But Jake seems to think otherwise. He's like, well, she's a prime suspect. She probably has something to do with it. But
she thinks her only crime is loving him.
Yes. So Lexy decides, like, she plans on getting to the bottom of his disappearance, because this can't be true. And then Jake is like, well, I'm the only one who knows Mr. Walker. I should be a part of this. And she was like, okay, do you want to join forces? And he's like, I guess just don't tell anybody, which is weird because it's like clearly she's a popular girl, then I wouldn't hang out with you. But
well, I don't think it's like a just don't tell anybody, like I don't want to be seen with you type thing. I think it's like, let's keep this hush hush because I don't know, we're trying to solve a murder here, I guess.
Yeah.
But I will say, them two cannot agree on anything throughout this whole movie. If she say the sky is up, he gonna say the sky is down.
He's a really bad
She
actor.
gonna say, huh?
He's a really bad actor. Not really bad.
That's
He's pretty
so
bad.
funny that you say that because I thought he did such a phenomenal job with the horrible lines he was given.
I thought he was really bad.
What?
I felt like every time, I feel like Lex,
I thought
every
the
time
New York accent that he was doing was a bit much.
He sounded like Steve from Sex and the City. I was like, I cannot stop saying Steve.
Yeah, the New York accent was too much. I was like, can we dial it down just a little?
I feel like I could tell when they said action, and he was like, I don't know, I didn't like it. I feel like he was trying really hard.
Every time he talks, he had to be the one who, like, I hate in movies when you have to, like, visibly, word for word explain what's happening in the scene. And I feel like every time his lines consisted of that. I feel like every time he spoke, like, he has to be the one who had to explain everything that we already know is going on. So I just feel like he did a great job with the very dumb lines that he was given.
I don't know what it was. I thought he was like,
Mr. Walker, it looks like you've been blackmailed and you have to go to the hotel at 2 p.m. on Saturday or something's going to happen to Miss Dawson.
That was the worst line
yes,
ever.
We know that.
Yeah. You just read it to us. But no,
right.
I thought he was bad. I thought he was really bad. And I was like,
That's
Lindsay
so
seems
crazy. I thought he did so good.
I thought Lindsay seemed so natural and with the vibe and like it felt
I thought she was kind of stiff.
No, I felt like that it was her, and to me it felt like I felt like I knew when he was saying Ash and he was like, and this is what I didn't like it. It felt like he was trying hard.
That's so crazy to me. That's so crazy.
So bad. Especially it's like certain parts I'm like, oh my God, that was really hard to watch. Like that is so funny. That when they first agree to work together, I'm just like, oh God, dude, you're doing terribly.
Oh, I thought he did good.
No, that's why I can see him acting anymore. He did terrible. That's what he's called.
LOL. Well, the two decide to join forces.
So that night, Lexy goes to her dad, who's sitting in like the foyer or their whatever room, and she asks him for like journalism advice. And he tells her that the best way to start, if you're like trying to do some detective journalist work, is to start with the background of the people. And that's going to like unfold the case. And at this point, he's talking to her and he's like, but you shouldn't get involved in your teacher's case. And she's like, oh no, I was just asking. I don't plan on getting involved, blah, blah. And she crosses her fingers as she walks out the room. And then she goes to visit her little sister Taylor's room. Yeah, she's gonna get involved in the case. But then she goes to visit her little sister Taylor's room, who has all the spy stuff. And I guess she wants to do like see what she can use for this spy adventure. And Taylor was like, yeah, if you want some spy gear, you should just check out the spy shop. It's across the street from Mom's Pilates place. And she's like, oh, great. So next day, Lexy and Jake, they go to the spy store to get some gear for their stalking of their teachers. And at one point, Jen walks in. And Jen is there with Gabe. Gabe is who we met earlier. He's really into photography and videotaping and like...
He records everything.
Everything. And he's been asking... This whole movie, he's been asking Lexy, oh, how do you feel about...
How'd you get the latest scoop? How did you get the photo of Mr. Dawson? He never lets anyone take his pictures.
Right. What happened to Mr. Walker?
Or Mr. Walker.
What happened to Mr. Walker? I know you know what happened. Blah, blah, blah. She's like, I don't know. But so Jen walks in there with Gabe. And unbeknownst to her, he's part of this case now, too, because originally Lexy and Jake were supposed to be on this together. But Gabe has gotten his little hands on it because he wants to do the big break before the big people get on it. And he wants to get the whole scoop or whatever. And apparently, Jen's like, I have great information. Gabe lives across the street from Mrs. Dawson. So we can like, not survey her. We can like watch her.
Stake out. We can have a
stakeout her. We can do a stakeout to see if she's a part of it or not part of Mr. Walker's disappearance. And
maybe we can prove her innocence, or maybe we can prove that she did it,
And Jake and Lexy are sold. So now it's a 4-man plan, not just 2 people anymore.
So now the now 4 team, I'll go back to Lexy's Manhattan Upper East Side apartment. And Jake walks in. He's like, oh, wow. So this is how the other half lives, because Lexy's incredibly rich. So they all walk into the apartment. They order lunch. And they begin spelling out their plan. So Lexy's like, okay, let's get crack-a-lackin'. Why don't me and Jen go down to Mr. Walker's apartment, see if we can find anything. And Jake, why don't you and Gabe watch Mrs. Dawson from his apartment and see, if she does anything crazy. And Lexy's like, Jake, did you get Mr. Walker's address? And he's like, yeah, he lives in Brooklyn. These kids are Upper East Siders, okay? Brooklyn.
Right. I love
Jen's like, I ain't going to Brooklyn.
When they said the area, they're like, where the hell is that? Because they don't say, he didn't say Brooklyn. At first
he's
he
like,
says
he lives in Bushwick. And they're like, the fuck is that? And he's like, Brooklyn.
And they're like, ew, bros. The thought of a New Yorker not knowing all of New York is crazy to me.
Why would a New Yorker know all of New York? New York is huge.
You should know Brooklyn. I don't know. Like, just never been to Brooklyn.
Well, he didn't say Brooklyn. He said
but they're like, ew, Brooklyn. I'm just like, you don't go to Brooklyn. I don't know.
No.
It's a crazy concept to me.
They live in Manhattan.
It's a small, but it's a very small area. It's a, small.
New York is huge.
I think it's an island. It's a small island.
It's a big island.
Whatever. I just think it's crazy that people are just like, I just hang out in Manhattan. Like, you never go. Never understood that.
I think when they're rich kids and they're snooty and snobby, it's easy for them to stay in their snooty and snobby Manhattan area.
I just meant in general for like all of New Yorkers. I think it's crazy that they just stay in a bubble.
That's fair. So Jen is like, bitch, I ain't going to Brooklyn. And Lexy's like, but any good, investigator, like, go outside their norms and boundaries. And Jen's like, well, I'm not a good investigator because I'm not fucking going. And Lexy's like, fine. It looks like Jack, me and you will have to go down to Mr. Walker's apartment, and Gabe and Jen will be watching Mrs. Dawson from his apartment. Plan set. That's what they do. Lexy's like, okay, cool. I'll call a car for me and you, Jake. And Jake's like, bitch, a car? We taking the subway. And she's like, oh my God, the subway?
No, that's what I understand.
He's like, don't tell me you've never taken the subway before. And she's like, I take it all the time. She's never taken it. So, that's a vibe I can get with. Like, why would I take the subway taking the subway?
If I don't need to, why would I take the subway?
Now that's even crazier. Bitch, you need
She's
to
rich. I can go to Brooklyn, but I'm not taking the subway.
I know, but like, how is she getting to school?
She has a car. Walking? No, her dad.
She drives to school every day in New York.
No. They call the car. Yeah,
right. But I'm just saying. I'm just like, you gonna sit in that traffic?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I'd rather go on the subway.
No, ew, ugh. I hate it's so many words. If I didn't never have to get the subway again, the
subway's not bad.
If it's two stops,
cheap, affordable transportation.
Oh, please. So if you had to choose someone,
I'm not talking about the bus.
No, if someone said, hey, you can take the subway and it's going to take 10, 15 minutes longer, or I can pay for this Uber for you, would you take it?
Well, if it's cool, I would take the quicker option. So
I think it's always going to be quicker. I
don't think New York traffic is not quick.
But you always have to get on the subway. It has to be on time. It has to stop places. I think the subway is always going to be slightly quicker for most part, especially if you're going to fucking Manhattan and Brooklyn.
You're saying it's going to be quicker? That's
because it's not like you get on one train. You got to get off. You got to get on this train. You got to get on another train.
You said you think the subway is going to be quicker, but you're describing a process that would be longer.
No, I don't think the subways. That's what I'm saying. The subway is going to be longer because you have to get on one subway to another subway. Is what I'm saying. I think the car is going to be quicker.
Okay. That's not what you said.
Okay, that's what I meant clearly because I'm team not subway.
Okay. They get on the subway. And Lexy's like, a whole new world. She's like, oh my God, this is Brooklyn. Who knew? She sees regular people in regular clothes. She's like, oh my goodness, this is astounding. I never knew. And he's like, Jake's like, okay, cool. So they make their way to Mr. Walker's apartment. They get there. They arrive. And to their astonishment, they see Miss Stern leaving his apartment. They're like, what the fuck is she doing here? So after she leaves, they sneak in. I don't understand how they get in.
And the door's unlocked.
That's crazy. In New York? So they sneak into his apartment. They're looking around. They're scoping the scene. Lexi's like, oh my goodness, this is so much fun. I could really get behind sleuthing. This is so cool. Then she hears like a cat. She's like, never mind, I'm scared. Let's go. And he's like, oh my God, calm down. So they're doing a little bit more digging. And they find this briefcase in Mr. Walker's apartment. And on the briefcase, it has initials KP. And they're like, KP. Oh, it's not KP? MP?
Nicholas Petrocci.
Oh, MP. Right. Nancy Pelosi. That's how I remembered it.
Oh.
They had...
Nancy Pelosi.
They have discovered this briefcase that has the initials MP on it. They're like, MP? Who's MP? And after...
You remember it by somebody else's name, not his name?
Yes. I was like, MP, Nancy Pelosi. Our girl.
Not his name, Nicholas Petrocci. Mm-hmm. Remember it by thinking of someone else's name. It's hilarious.
Yes. So they find a briefcase. Just as they're about to wrap everything up, she like opens a mirror or like a door that has a mirror behind it. And she sees the reflection of a man. And she screams bloody murder.
Hell yeah.
Of course I would too. Who the fuck is this man up in here with us?
I thought we were the only one sneaking into people's houses.
Cut to the man who is in the apartment claims to be with the authorities investigating the disappearance of Mr. Walker. He identifies himself as Detective Meanie.
Yeah.
Meanie because he's mean.
Mm-hmm,
He shows Lexy and Jack his badge, and he asks them, do you know what you're doing is illegal? Being in here is breaking and entering. And they're like, no, we had no idea. So sorry. And they were like, do you know if Mr. Walker's dead? And he's like, I can't give you that information. It's strictly police info. But if you have any information on his disappearance, you should give me that information right now. And Lexy is like, we don't know nothing. Jake's like, yeah, we really don't know anything. We should probably get going. So they skedaddle out of there. As they're walking, Jake's a little spooked. He was like, oh, that was a close one. Lexy, however, is like, that man was a fake and a phony. He ain't no detective. And Jake's like, why? What makes you say that? And she's like, girl, he had on a Rolex.
He's rich.
He had on an Armani. He had on an Armani suit and leather boots. No New York detective could afford those things on their salary. And he's like, any private detective who works hard could afford those items. This is like them again disagreeing. And he's like, that's not proof that he's a phony detective.
Fair.
And she's like, well, maybe it is proof. And he's like, well, maybe it's not. And she's like, well, maybe it is. And he's like, okay, why don't we look into him just a little bit more and we can figure that out? And she's like, okay, fine. Let's go back to my apartment. And he's like, no, we can go to my house. It's right here. So they arrive at Jake's house, whatever his name is. And Lexy is surprised to learn that he lives in Brooklyn. And she's like, you live in Brooklyn? And he's like, yeah. She's like, why didn't you say anything? He's like, nobody ever asked. And then he reveals that he's going to Middleton Prep on a scholarship. And right, he's not like the rich kids.
He's Dan Humphrey.
Like everyone assumes that everyone who goes to Middleton lives on the Upper East Side and has a doorman. Not me. I'm from the other side of the tracks.
I just have a 2-story home in Brooklyn.
I live in a brownstone.
We own our own house with our own yard. We're like struggling here. Like, shut the fuck up.
Enough. She rich and you middle class. Enough.
But
you're
really
not impoverished.
Yeah, you're not living in a fucking 1-bedroom apartment with you
you're
and your mom.
Slums,
you guys have a home, a 2-story home that is the size of a regular home in non-New York cities, or like
right. It was a decent size.
It's a decent sized home. So now it's a multi-million-dollar home, I'm sure.
Right, definitely. So he goes in, they go into the house. They meet Lexy meets Jake's mom, who's a nurse, who works the night shift.
Why is your mom home right now? She works the night shift. I thought that was a crazy question to ask him. I don't know why.
She been asking crazy questions this whole damn movie.
She's like, why is your mom working? I mean, she's off today? I don't know.
Yeah, right.
This was a weird question to ask. I was like, is it a school day? What do you mean? It's like 5. Like, I thought it was an afternoon. I don't know. I'm just like, because she don't work late.
She's working.
I mean, she has a point, but I was like, damn, she can't be home right now. And we also, my favorite part, and then she's like, what's that smell? He's like, oh, my mom's probably cooking. She's like, she cooks? I'm like, work. That's the kind of mom I want to be. I don't cook, and my kids are shocked by it.
She has no idea about this type of lifestyle.
Yes.
So they meet his mom, or she meets his mom. Then they go to his room. He reveals that he used to share his room with his brother, who's now in the army.
Maybe.
He's stationed in Hawaii. And Lexi's like, oh my God, I love Hawaii. It's so fantastic. The Walahula Kuki Hotel is my favorite. What's your favorite island in Hawaii? And he's like, I've never been.
Go visit your mama.
She's like,
your brother. You got money. Stop lying. Your mama a nurse. Money was long back then. Money was long.
But she acting like she's a bit oblivious.
Yeah, she's a bit oblivious. But I'm like, you can go see your brother on the base. Come on. And he
so then, she asks him about his father. As we all know, this is a Disney movie, so someone's parent has to be dead. So he reveals that his father died some years back.
Yeah.
But not a big apologizes.
Not a big plot, though. Not give him that. Just like he's dead.
But they gotta do it. So then they get on his computer. They start looking up Mr. Meany. He also reveals that the computer that he has, Mr. Walker gave it to him. So this is Mr. Walker's old computer. They look up Mr. Meany. They find his name in the Google search. I don't know, the phone book, whatever database they use.
They pretend they have.
Yeah, it checks out. Looks like he says who he says he is. And Lexi's like, this could be fake. He could be a liar. And he's like, or we could read into the facts that we see right here that this man is clearly a detective. But they can't agree. But then he gets an email. And Jake's like, oh, I got an email. And it is from Mr. Walker. Now, Mr. Walker is presumed to be dead. Presumed?
Missing at the very least. He's either dead or he's missing.
Presumed? Assumed? Presumed?
Presumed to be dead. Presumed.
It just didn't feel right. Presumed. Presumed dead, yeah. Words are hard. So, why is a missing man, possibly a dead man, sending me an email? What could that be about? So then Lexi's like, wait, hey, isn't this his old computer? And Jake's like, yeah. And she's like, well, let's do some digging, see if we can find some old files, some old records, some old shits. And they find a name somewhere on the computer. Like Nicholas Petrovsky.
It's in the computer's registry too.
Oh, good. Because I was like, where did we see this name?
They go to like the systems, the computer systems information. It's like,
okay, cool. They're like, Nicholas Petrovsky. The initials MP. They're like, what the hell? Mr. Walker's real name is Nicholas Petrovsky. And they're like, let's do some further investigating.
Yes. So while this is all going on, one thing happened. I want to point out, while they're walking, this has nothing to do with anything. Lexy notices a homeless man with Mr. Walker's coat on. This storyline has nothing to do with anything. I just want to point it out because you think it's going to come full circle and it's going to be this whole thing. It doesn't.
You think it's going to be relevant at some point, but it really isn't.
It's not.
It was a waste of a storyline.
And then while this whole thing's going on, I don't know if we mentioned
Jen.
Jen and Gabe are at Gabe's home, and they set up a camera pointed. Oh, so fucking creepy. Pointed at Mrs. Dawson's her apartment in her living room, and they're just doing surveillance. They're just sitting there for most of the time. She's working out. She's chilling, and they're just like waiting for action to happen. Eventually,
now, what if she decided she wanted to pleasure herself?
Change
in her
tear
living
clothes
room.
Off. Do
Take
anything.
Clothes off. Have sex with a guy.
And honestly, cameras have come so far because like people could have like hidden camera, like their camera is so obvious.
That camera was huge,
so obvious.
It was so big.
I wish they had. And he literally puts a plant in front of it that barely hides it. And had she just looked, she probably saw it. But I wish cameras were like that, and we just knew we were always being watched. But it's like the biggest camera. So they're waiting for action to happen. So eventually, a man walks in. He's holding a plant, and they seem to be having like a heated or a passionate conversation together. And they're like, "Who's this man with Mrs. Dawson? Who's this man? Who's this man?" He finally puts the plants down, and it's their other teacher, Mr. Goldblum. And they're like, "What's this about?" They're like,
the advisor to the newspaper.
Yes, and they seem slightly romantic. They're just confused.
They hug.
They hug. He puts the arm around her. They're concerned. But as this is going on, Jake and Lexy, they call them back to Lexy's apartment so they could debrief. They go to Lexy's apartment. She shares with them everything she learned about Mr.
Petrosky.
Mr. Walker's running been Mr. Petrosky, that there's a detective looking for him. That they don't know if he's a real detective, that so-and-so was with this person, and Stern was there, all this stuff. So while they're recapping, Jake is actually doing some research. Right? He looks up the name Nicholas Petrosky, and they pull it up, and they find a news article that says, or like from 7 or 10 years ago, an Arizona newspaper saying that Nicholas Petrosky is presumed dead and missing and being looked into for like fraud, embezzlement, for stealing $10 million, and they don't know where he is, but he is survived by his mother. Forgot her name, but she lives in Brooklyn. And they're like, "Great, we'll look up."
We gotta go back to Brooklyn again.
and Jake is like, "I'll do some research, see if I can find his mom's address, and we go from there." So the next day is another day of school. The only thing that happens at school is you see Lexy looking at Jake a little like, "Wow, he's so interesting. He has such a fascinating background."
She's like, "Oh my God, he lives in Brooklyn and his dad is dead and he's poor." So hot.
And Jen is like, "Oh, I knew you liked him." She's not saying this out loud, but Jen is like, "I see y'all looking at each other. I know y'all's vibing." But Jake comes up to him. He's like, "Hey guys, I found Nicholas Petrosky's mother's address." And they're like, "What? How'd you figure it out?" So I just looked it up in the white pages. Is that different from the yellow pages? I don't know. Also, I think it's funny
that
that
yellow pages is like white pages is like business. I don't know.
I don't know what it was. I don't know what the difference is. I was like, all right. But I think it's also funny that back in the day, people's name and phone number
used to be in. But I feel like you had to opt to do that.
Yeah, you did. I think you did, but no one was like, "What was the point of me opting out?" But now people are like, "What do you call it when you expose someone's address?" They doxed me. I'm like, that. It means when like, I don't know, like if we got into a Twitter beef and I just put it on the internet, like, "This is Jade's address, go kill her." I don't know. They call it doxing.
Oh,
or like,
I didn't know that.
I think that's what it is, unless they mean. For some reason, it's also, that, I think that's what that means, or it means when you call the police and you say, "Go check up on someone," and the police will arrive at your home. I don't know. But I just think it's funny that in today's time, people are like, they like hide their addresses.
Yeah, look her up in the yellow pages.
There's a time you just put your name and the address.
Your shit was out there.
Yeah, and it didn't really matter. You had to, you probably had to opt out of it, because who the fuck are you? But it's also, it's now like it's hard to find your address. You just have to pay a website now. It used to be free information. That's all I got to say about that. So Lexy and Jake, they continue their sleuthing, and they arrive at Nicholas Petrosky's mother's house, and she opens the door, and they go, "Ma'am, we're looking for Nicholas Petrosky. Do you know who that is?" She says, "Never heard of it." I just think it's funny.
Nobody by that name lives here.
I just think it's funny because it's like, "Ma'am, that's your son. Like, we know you." Right. We know for a fact
that's nobody by that name lives here.
And she's like, "I've never heard of that name. Like, but we know that's your son. It's your son. Also, your last name is Petrosky. You don't know that person." And then Lexi's like, "It's a really interesting name. I'm sure if you think about it, you'll come to mind.
It'll jog your memory. You'll recognize the name."
I just like it's fresh. She's like, "I don't know what that is." You have to come up with a better lie. Just say he's not here. That's my son. He's not here. I don't know where he's been. I've never seen him before. I haven't seen him in years. But she's saying, the mom is saying, "I don't know who that is. He's not here, blah, blah, blah." And then in the background behind her, we hear Mr. Walker's voice. He said, "It's okay, Mom. Just let them in." And she opens the door, and we see Mr. Walker there in the background, alive and well.
He's alive.
Which is crazy. He's doing a lot. He's not even trying to hide. Fake your own death to go to your mother's house? Come on.
Right. No, seriously. You're hiding out at your mom's?
Her mother's house. It's not like she even lives in a different city. She lives, you could walk to her house because y'all both live in Brooklyn.
Y'all both live in Brooklyn. It looked like y'all it really looked like they walked across the street.
It did. It really did.
So, okay, so the kids make their way into the house, and Mr. Walker is now giving them the lowdown. He's like, "Damn, I guess it's truth telling time." So he tells them the whole deal. He tells them back in '89, when he was a young whippersnapper, he was working at a bank. He was trying to become this like top broker, banker or something in Arizona. Working for this company. He was young, trying to be a hot shot. And he was quickly climbing up the corporate ladder. And he had landed this very large account that gained the attention of a lot of people at the bank. The bank? The brokerage? Whatever.
The bank. He should have been in finance, but whatever. He worked for a bank.
Right.
Yeah.
And including his boss. To which his mother said she never liked his boss. But nonetheless, so this large account that he landed, it quickly became such a huge problem because right after he landed that account, someone ended up stealing $10 million out of that account and opened up an offshore account under his name.
Dun, dun, dun.
And when he noticed that, he's like, "Oh, fuck." And just when he was about to report it, not take the money, but report the money to the police, this offshore account that was opened in his name that he didn't open, the money had been taken.
Gone.
So he's like, "Well, fuck. Can't go to the police now. Now the money gone. I can't even account for the money. They're going to think it's me." He's like, "I got to get out of Dodge now. Someone's framing me for this." So he's packing up his bag. He's packing up his suitcases, and he's getting ready to skedaddle. And
I don't believe these are the same type of people.
Huh?
I don't believe it's because Mr. Walker as a teacher is a
right. I guess
he's a fish. But
praying for a crime will do that to you. It'll soften
him up. Yeah, he seems like just like a little nerd. Like I can't even imagine him as a banker. That was a big time banker.
As a finance bro.
Right, talking with his feet up on the desk.
Right, snorting cocaine. So
and hair that was really far back. That way he got on is crazy. That toupee he's wearing.
Right. They could have done him a little better than that. But so he had to get out of town. He had to get out of Dodge. And then he started getting threatening messages from whoever framed him. Like, "I know you did it," even though he didn't do it. I thought that was weird.
After the article came out.
There's an article that came out?
The Lexy's article.
No, he was getting threatening messages before then, he said.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. From, like, the person who framed him. The person who framed him was like, "I know you did it."
Oh. Okay.
You did it. So why are you saying that I did it? But anywho, so then he also tells the kids, after that he had to change his identity. So the name Orlando Walker was a teacher in town who died a couple years before. So he stole his identity.
They brushed over that. Like,
yeah, they brushed over that. I was like, well, that's identity theft.
Yeah.
So dead or not,
definitely
still
should be frowned upon. Here. Yeah.
Right, but we'll let it go, I guess.
Right, you said it with a smile, so I guess.
Right, it's fine. So he steals the identity of a dead man who was also a teacher. So he prompted himself to become a teacher, fell in love with it, enjoyed teaching, met Miss Dawson, fell in love with her.
These names.
And everything was going good. Everything was going great until Lexy came out with that article.
Yeah.
With his picture in it. He's in hiding. He's hiding out. Now there's a picture of him, and now the threats are coming back. The blackmail is coming back. He started getting threats again.
Right.
So that's why someone's following him. Someone's threatening him. So that's why his car ended up in the river. He tried to fake his own death. And that's why he broke up with Miss Dawson, because he didn't want to get her in the mix of things.
He's a good guy.
And Lexi's like, "Oh my God, Mr. Dawson, I had no idea. You probably started getting those threats after your picture was in my article." And he's like, "Yeah, no shit, bitch." Yep. He's like, "It's fine, Lexy. It's fine.
It's whatever, I guess." And then he tells them that he recently received a note, but it got wet during the rain. But in the note, It basically says like, meet me at this hotel tomorrow at 2 p.m. Bring the money or Miss Dawson's gonna get it. But they're reading the note. It's kind of messed up, so they can't tell which hotel is at. And Jack, so he reads the letter out loud, and then he reiterates what he just read.
He reiterated what he just read.
Like
I
it was
like, why would they have him say that?
Like it was the hardest note in the world.
We just read the letter, and now you're making him
letter.
Oh my God. And then they made him say what the letter said. I said, we just read the letter.
Right. So what it says here is that you got to go to this hotel at 2 p.m.
I read it. Mr. Walker, it looks like you have to go to this hotel Saturday at 2 p.m. or something's going to happen to Miss Dawson. I don't know if that was clear in the letter that I just read, but I'm going to say it out loud verbally so everybody understands.
I would be so pissed with these kids. Even when Lexy was like, why didn't you just return the money? You think I tried that, bitch? Get the fuck out of my house. Get the fuck out of my house, you little shit. It sounds like you gotta go to this hotel at 2 p.m. I don't fucking need you. Like, y'all are pissing me off. Like, why am I talking to y'all? Y'all are, like, not helpful. Thank you, child. Like, I fucking tried that. You think I just threw away my life by not trying the simplest option? Why don't you just return the money? Shut the fuck up. The money's gone, bitch. I'm not going to jail. Also, I can't stand Jake's hair. What is that? His hair reminds me of Jim's hair season 1, 2.
Leave Jake alone. It fits the look.
Yeah, I guess. I just can't. It is really doing like a swoop up. I'm like, it's a little too swoopy up, guys. A little too much.
It's the error.
But anywho, so yeah, after Jake, really hones that letter in for everyone, they're like, okay, we need to figure out what hotel he's supposed to be at. That's our next big thing. Honestly, when I was watching the movie, I was like, okay, what's happening next? Because I don't see what the big deal is. But they had to figure out where the hotel is. So Lexi's like, I know who to call. I'll call my sister Taylor. She's got spy shit. She can figure this out. So they go back to Lexi's house. They call in Taylor. She whips out her spy reading kit. It's very serious. She like presses a button, the door closes. She sprinkles like dust over the paper and some more dust and some more dust. And then she turns the lights off and it's like black light. And then she holds up the paper and on it, she sprays something on it. And on the paper it says, meet at the fair mark tomorrow at 2 p.m. Good job, guys.
So now we've got our location.
Now we got our location. So the next day is the day. What?
You said relation location.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Ew. We got the location.
You were trying to say location, but relationship started coming out of your mouth.
I don't know how that happened. We got the location. So the next day, the goal is to meet at the fair mark. Lexy is heading out. Before she leaves, her dad stops her and he's like, hey, I've heard some troubling news about Mr. Walker from this newspaper article. The title is The Teach is a Leech. And in it describes how Mr. Walker might be Nicholas Petrolsky and that he's been wanted for fraud and embezzlement. $10 million is missing and now all books are great covers or whatever. And, that sucks. But I don't know what was the point of that. But she looks amazing in this scene. Her outfit is 10 out of 10. And she walks out the door. She meets the rest of the gang. Everyone else looks very fashionable. Everyone understood the assignment. And they do a slow motion walk. This is why I think this movie's campy. Because what is the point of any of this? And they meet up with Mr. Walker. They prep him. For whatever reason, he's putting all his trust into these 8th graders. Maybe 9th graders. I don't know. But they give Mr. Walker...
He's like literally listening to their plans.
That's what... I'm like, is this man off? Right. Is he... Okay.
You mean to tell me you were able to land a $10 million account 10 years ago and now you're enlisting 14-year-olds to like tell you what to do?
You've played dead twice and you can't figure out how to figure this out. But yeah, so Mr. Walker gets some spy gadgets. I think one of them is like a listening device, so whenever he meets up with the guy who's blackmailing him, he can record and everyone can hear anything. But they arrive to the hotel at the fair mark. They get into their places. For whatever reason, they huddle in the middle of the lobby. Big giveaway, everyone. Mr. Walker walks in. They're like, hey, Mr. Walker. They don't really say that, but it's the most obvious setup ever. They took their places. They're hiding behind bushes. Mr. Walker is sitting in a chair waiting for the blackmail guy to come. Oh my God, their outfits are so cute. And before the blackmail comes in, we have a lot of people into this game. So Mrs. Dawson walks in. Why is she here? No one knows. Mrs. Stern comes in. What? Mr. Goldblum comes in. Mr. Walker's mom comes in. Why is a mom there? There's a lot of players in here. They're not supposed to be here. So they're all confused.
Supposed to be here.
Who is supposed to be here? And like as each person comes in, they're like, is this the blackmailer? Is this the blackmailer? Is this the blackmailer? What's going on? Why is everyone here? But eventually, Mr. Meany comes in. And it's revealed that Mr. Meany is not a detective. Lexy was right. He is Mr. Walker's old boss, and he is the one that's blackmailed Mr. Walker, stole the money, and is framing Mr. Walker. Dun, dun, dun! And his name is Fesco Granville. Mm-hmm. Truly.
And then so he has a little conversation with him, and Mr. Meany is basically like, where is it? Where's the money? And Mr. Walker's like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't have have anything. He's like, I don't know.
This briefcase.
And Jake's like, Jake's talking in his ear and is like, entertain him, like keep him stalling. And he's like, okay, yeah, maybe I do got what you're looking for. And he's like, I'll give you half of it right now if you leave me alone. And Mr. Meany's like, half. Nigga, stop playing around. Give me my shit.
At first I was like, why is he so opposed to half? And like towards that movie, I was like, oh yeah.
It all makes sense.
So at this point, I think Mr. Meany, or his real name, Granville, realizes he's being like taped and he's being watched. And he's like, who's watching me? Who's with you? And he gets freaked out and he tries to grab the briefcase and he runs away, I think he drops the briefcase, but he runs away, he trips over a suitcase, and this whole run sequence begins. I hate this part of the movie. Jake and Lexy run after, they go up, and then Jen and Gabe, they go down to find Mr. Meany or Mr. Granville to go catch him. Mr. Walker can't because he tripped over a suitcase and he hurt his ankle. He's like, please go stop him or whatever. So this big sequence of running happens. They're going up, they're going down. For whatever reason, the homeless man from earlier is in here and he's running everywhere. And you just think like he has something to do with this.
He's being chased by security.
You think he has something?
Can't be in the hotel because he's homeless.
And you think he has something to do with the story, but he doesn't. At one point, Jake and Lexy track Mr. Meany down in like the basement in like the engineer room, and Jake the engine room, and then Jake saves Lexy's life from this hot steam because her bracelet gets stuck on something and she's going to have hot steam in her face, and he saves her life, and she kisses him on the cheek, and they go back on their running spree. But as they're running downstairs, I don't even know why, whatever, they pass the ladies' locker room. And Lexy, or both of them, they hear someone screaming. Lexy's like, wait here, I'm going to go in. Lexy goes in, she follows the screams, and then she happens upon Mrs. Dawson looking ridiculous. She pisses me off in this scene. I just can't stand looking at her.
I can't stand to look at her. She looks
wrong with you?
Crazy.
Crazy.
So she's in the locker room and she's sitting down. She got this robe on, but then she got this avocado mask on. So she looks crazy. And then she's got the tie that goes around the robe. It's wrapped around her mouth. Then her feet are in these two uneven, oddly shaped buckets.
A wax and oil? I don't even know what it is.
Right, I don't even know what her feet are sitting in, but she's sitting in a pool of water.
What is the point of it?
Right.
What is the point of it?
And then so Lexy unties her mouth and Miss Dawson's like, what's going on? I came here because I was invited to an exclusive spa day and this has happened to me. And she's like, what are you doing here? And Lexy's like, I'll explain all this to you later, but for right now, I need to rinse you off. So then Lexy helps her up, but she starts moving like she's fucking Frankenstein. Like she's a mummy getting out of goddamn sarcophagus. And she's walking for the first time. She's walking B544.
Can't stand her.
I was like, why is she walking like that? Then Lexy pushes her in the shower with the robe on, which I thought was crazy. And then she starts huffing and puffing like she can't breathe in the shower. Bitch, you're not submerged in a pool.
What is
you're
going
in the shower.
What is going on? I'm like, is she high right now?
Yeah,
Is she
was
hot?
driving me.
She drives me off. And she pushes her in the shower like she's pushing her off the ledge of a building. Are you having a panic attack? What's going on? What is going on? It pisses me off. She looks crazy. And then I don't know. When I was watching, I was like, this is clearly a kid's movie. That scene right there. Because it's just stupid. They're like, let's put her feet in gelatin. She's tied to the chair. Is it so if she tries to get up, she slips and falls? And then the Home Alone is this?
I don't know. I don't know what that was about.
Don't know what the point of that. And then she's like, clean up. Bitch, I was just tied to a chair. You think I give a fuck about cleaning up? I'm not staying in here.
Right. And that shit, again, another adult listening to what she's saying. She's like, okay.
Thank you. So Lexy and Jake, they go back on their running spree. They happen upon one of the conferences that's going on in the building, and it's about homelessness. And her dad is also there because he's a reporter, and I guess he was going to do something on the homelessness. So the homeless man from earlier runs into the room. He gets in there, and like there's a guy up there, and she's introducing the speaker. And when the homeless man comes in, he's like, our councilman so-and-so has just arrived. And councilman goes up there and he says, I've been pretending to be a homeless man 4 weeks, and I've lived the life of a homeless man. And I have this jacket because this really nice man gave me this jacket. And this jacket isn't just a jacket. This is shelter. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh, what the fuck does this have to do with anything?
What does this have to... And he's like, and this jacket was given to me by a man off of his back, and it kept me warm through the nights as I was living on the New York streets as a homeless person. And the jacket was Mr. Walker's jacket.
It was.
But I was like, we did all this. We done seen this homeless man throughout this entire movie just for it to be revealed that Mr. Walker gave him his jacket.
I was like, okay, maybe is the ruby in the jacket? I was like, I can't remember. I was like, maybe the ruby's in the jacket, like the money's in the jacket. Is that what it is? No.
I was like, what?
That would have made more sense if she was like, oh, that's the jacket. That's where the money is. He has no point to the story.
It was just pointless.
Unless they were like, hey, just throw in stuff there so the kids know that homeless people aren't bad. Yeah, I guess this is it. No point. No point once so fucking ever.
Zero.
No point once so fucking ever. And I was just watching. I was like, I couldn't remember the movie. I was like, this homeless man here, he's gonna be the key. Right. I was like, he's the key. He's gonna bring it all together.
I was like, this homeless guy is pivotal to this movie.
Pivotal.
I can't remember why, but I know he's essential.
Yeah. Don't forget about the homeless
storyline.
No. Nothing to do about nothing.
It had nothing to do with nothing. He had Mr. Walker's jacket. That was his whole storyline.
Wait, maybe a form of shelter. So maybe it was to get her brain going about the brooch being a form of shelter.
No.
About where to keep the money?
No.
That's the only thing I can think of.
No.
She's like, no. Because she goes, a former shelter. I've never thought about that. When he's
I think that was just her bubble, her spoiled little, life bubble, saying that these clothes to you are just clothes, but to the homeless and to the poor, they need this to survive. That was it.
That's worse.
Yeah.
I was trying to help her.
Oh, clothes is a form of shelter? Who would have thought?
Is that the lesson? You think that's the lesson learned? Every movie had to learn a lesson. Maybe that was
the lesson learned for her, I guess.
People need clothes just to survive. Also, hate to say it, he's wearing this coat. It's not even winter in New York City. It's hot as hell outside.
Right.
Take the jacket off. It's not shelter. It's hot.
Yeah, this one's been out this whole movie.
Okay, but anyway, so while they're watching this, Mr. Meany runs behind them. They're like, okay, right, we back on track. So they follow Mr. Meany. They're back into the lobby. They lost him. But they're running around, and at this point, they run to Mr. Walker. He's like, "What's happened?" or whatever. And they're like, and then Lexi's like, "Mrs. Dawson's over there," and she comes tumbling down, but she comes oddly walking down the stairs. And she jumps on him.
Like she just learned how to walk.
Miss Dawson sees her man. Mr. Walker sees his woman. And she hops on him, robe and all, butt in the air. He really picks her up. For whatever reason, This scene always stuck with me as a child.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just like always. It just always felt awkward.
Well, it's nice to see that they're reunited. She thought
The
her man
mom's
was
happy.
dead, so now he's
I don't think it's a cute
alive.
scene.
He's alive and well, and they're reunited. So then we got to get back to Mr. Meany.
Yes.
So mind you, Mrs. Petrovsky, she's there. She shouldn't have been there, but she's
randomly,
there at the
she
hotel
just
as well.
happens to be here.
So she's sitting down, and the kids sit down with her.
Yes.
And Lexy, using her little special gadgets that she got from the gadget store, she puts on these sunglasses that allows her to see. I don't know if it's behind her.
Yeah. So she's wearing sunglasses, and it allows to see behind her. Yeah, you're right.
So she can see behind her.
Which is stupid
way.
because
Right.
Jack is
Jack's sitting across from her. So if you can see behind you using these glasses, he can just see looking straight ahead. But nonetheless,
you all have eyes here.
So she tells Jake, she's like, there he is, Jake, go get him. So Jack gets up and runs after him. And to stop him, there's this large cake that's being wheeled out in the middle of the hotel lobby. And Jake gets a hold of the cart that the cake is on, and he pushes it in front of Mr. Meany, forcing the cake to fly in the air, land on Mr. Meany, and he falls to the ground.
I didn't like that.
Pummeled by the cake.
That's a nice cake. That could be someone's wedding cake. Like, why? You didn't have to do that to someone's cake.
I thought it was crazy when he grabbed the cart. Those two old bags were like, ladies, grab your purse. I was like, bitch.
When they walked in there.
And they were like, these kids are up to no good.
I thought it was so
like,
funny.
thank God none of them were black. Jesus.
Right. But one of them's brown. And I'm like, oh.
Right.
So that's what it is.
All right. Right. Two of them are of color.
Yeah. Non-white people are here.
Mr. Meany is rendered useless by the cake.
Knocked
and
out.
Just as he's pummeled by the cake, in walks Mr. Potter, the FBI or the agent who was investigating this case earlier at the beginning of the film. He walks in, he's like, freeze! Everyone freeze! NYPD.
And he doesn't have his mustache anymore.
And he doesn't have his mustache. He took Lexy's advice. He shaved his mustache. And he tells Mr. Meany, you're under arrest.
Yeah, under arrest.
And so now, what we failed to mention is Lexy narrates this whole film. So Lexy starts to give us a little breakdown. So Mr. Meany, oh boy, he sure was mean. He wasn't a detective at all. He was the one who framed Mr. Walker for the crime. Yeah. And pivot to Miss Stern and Mr. Goldblum. The reason why they were there, and the reason why Miss Stern was at Mr. Walker's apartment, and the reason why Mr. Goldblum was at Miss Dawson's apartment is because Miss Stern was actually interested in Mr. Walker. And when Lexy's article came out, she was jealous and was pissed. And that's why she wanted to talk to Mr. Walker in the hallway. That's why she went to his apartment, because she was also in love with him.
My man.
And Mr. Goldblum was at Miss Dawson's apartment because he, too, was interested in Miss Dawson. That's why he was at her apartment with flowers, blah, 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 blah. But when Mr. Goldblum and Miss Stern both realized that neither Miss Dawson nor Mr. Walker wanted them, they found love and solace in each other. So all's well that ends well for them.
They seem like a cute couple. I'm not mad at their coupling.
Yeah.
I thought they were kind of cute.
Mm-hmm. You know, everyone deserves love.
Yeah, I think they both could have done better than Mrs. Dawson and Mr. Walker.
Mr. Walker's cute. Miss Dawson, she's a little off.
Cute.
He's sweet. He's adorable. I guess she said cute.
He's pathetic.
I'll give him that.
I give him pity. Yes, I give you that.
That's funny. So
yes, we're all caught up.
Okay, so we're all kind of caught
homeless
up.
Man,
Lexy
nothing to do with anything.
The homeless man had nothing to do with anything. Lexy's dad also emerges in the middle of it. So now that we're all kind of caught up, they're like, okay, Mr. Meany, you're under arrest. Great. For fraud and embezzlement and stealing.
And impersonating a cop.
and impersonating a police officer. So then, however, Detective Potter turns to Mr. Walker and he's like, sorry, I gotta arrest you too, also for fraud and embezzlement. And he's like, whoa. I didn't have nothing to do with this. I didn't have anything to do with this. Lexy, being the sleuth that she is, she's like, oh, she turns to Mrs. Petrovsky and she's like, Mrs. Petrovsky, where did you get that hideous, gorgeous, bumblebee brooch? And the detective is like, Lexy, this isn't the time or the place for this right now. I'm trying to arrest these two people. And she's like, hold on. There's a point to this.
Second.
And Miss Petrovsky, she goes down memory lane. She's like, oh my God, this whole thing, I think I got it when Reagan was still president. She's like, actually, you know what? It was back in the 80s. I was going to actually have lunch with my son. I was sitting in the lobby and I was waiting for him to wrap up a meeting. Found this brown paper bag on the floor next to my feet, opened it up, and I saw the brooch. Thought it was beautiful, thought it was stunning, didn't know who it was for. Went to my son, asked him if he knew. He was like, no, I have no idea who that brooch would be for. And, I thought about returning it. I was going to look for the owner, but the next day my son had to get out of Dodge because he was framed for fraud and embezzlement. And Lexy, after, receiving that story, she's like, oh my goodness, I know exactly what this is. This is a Tiffany encrusted Cartier brooch that's only made in
Canary
Africa
diamond.
by the blood of children. This is a blood diamond that's worth approximately $10 million. So what had happened was, okay, let's reverse. So when Nick Petrovsky, Mr. Walker, was working for the firm and $10 million was dumped in an offshore account under his name, and when he was going to go to the police and inform them that $10 million had been created in an offshore account in his name, but right before he was about to go do that, the money was taken out. The money was taken out by Mr. Meany, and he bought this brooch that was worth $10 million with the $10 million. Right.
To hide the money.
To hide the money. And he left it, dumbass. Somehow dropped it at the fucking
paper
office.
bag.
In a paper bag. And Miss Petrovsky has had it this whole time. And Mr. Meany always thought that Mr. Walker always had it. And Mr. Walker never knew that he had it. He was like, oh, yeah.
No, he's really an idiot.
And he thought he stole it from him. He's like, oh, no, my mom just had it. She thought it was just a brooch. So when Mr. Meany was like, oh, talking to Mr. Walker was like, oh, I'll give you half. Mr. Meany was like, half? Nigga, it's a diamond. You can't give me half of a diamond.
Stop playing my fucking face.
Stop playing. Give me my shit. So, fast forward, that's where we are now. So, great, hurrah, Mr. Walker is exonerated.
What?
Mr.
She
Mooney
should go to jail for faking his death and impersonating a dead person, but
we'll let it
whatever.
go.
So yes, all's well as ends well. The next newspaper article we see is no substitute for missing teacher. And there's a picture of Mr. Walker and the whole gang, and they're happy that Mr. Walker's not in jail. Lexy meets with Miss Dawson, and Miss Dawson tells her, thank you. Me and Mr. Walker want to say thank you for, having him pronounced as a free man. He's doing great. And then she's like, you should be a journalist, and then we should have your dad speak at Teachers Day, Career Day, doesn't really matter. And she's like, oh, so I have to leave now, Miss Dawson, because Mr. Walker wants to ask me something. And then Lexy's like, because earlier he was like, I would love to marry her. And then obviously if a guy says, I want to ask you something, you have to come here and dress nice and put your nails on. Obviously he's going to ask you to marry him. Cut to,
move in.
They're at Mr. Walker and Mrs. Dawson's wedding. They're walking out of the church. They look ridiculous. Their outfits are terrible. They should have asked for them for.
He had on like a top hat.
In the cane.
It was cute. I kind of liked her dress. She ain't had no makeup on.
It didn't fit her. It was like I could tell y'all just found a dress from the thrift store and just threw it on her.
From the dumpsters.
Yeah, from the dumpster. Yeah, didn't really. I think they spent the fashion budget on the kids, which I'm not mad at.
Of course.
So Jack, Lexy, Jen, and Gabe are all at the wedding. They're happy to be there in attendance. At one point, Jack and Lexy share a moment in Lexy gifts Jack some bowling shoes because early in the movie she found out that he's really into bowling, even though she's never bowled and she thinks it's gross that you wear people's shoes, but he doesn't because he's a professional. But she gifts him some bowling shoes.
They're probably Prada.
Yeah, they're probably Prada. And like at the end of it, this whole time, Lexy was like complaining how about gross it is to be, you know, like a poor person. And Jen is like, ew, I don't want to go bowling. We have to wear other people's shoes. And at the end of it, Lexi's like, that's so weird. You think your feet are too good for people? It's like she's changed now. Now he's opened up a world to a whole new Brooklyn person. And she's like isn't that gross? It's just shoes. You think your feet are too good? Jen never changed.
Your feet are too good to wear bowling shoes.
And now she's acting like bitch, we were on the same page 2 weeks ago. Don't act like
she changed for a guy. Ugh.
Right. But the four of them walk off into the streets of New York. I think they're going to be great friends. I'm assuming Jen and Gabe are going to date. Jack and Lexy are going to date until she realizes she doesn't want to be with a poor person.
No. He's going to break up with her.
He's going to be jealous of her money. Which one? The money's going to be a problem.
It's going to be it's going to be her lack of like awareness and like her uppityness and just like he's never going to feel adequate and feel like he can fit in with her money, but then also he's going to be tired and exhausted of how like self-involved and like money obsessed, but not money obsessed, but you know, status and wealth obsessed she is. He's not going to be into that, and then he's going to cheat on her. That's what he's going to cheat on her.
With Jennifer from across the street.
He's not going to be man enough to break up with her though. He's going to cheat on her. That's how that's going to.
How do you feel about all the spy gadgets in the movie? I think it was very our time.
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't
when we were younger? I feel like being a spy was so cool. Like when we used to have...
That's all I wanted in life.
It's like the little spy gadgets.
Kids, Agent Cody Banks. Why were they throwing the lifestyle of a spy down our throat? Knowing good and well we couldn't have it.
I know. But if the kids have it nowadays, because it's so funny, like they really should... push being a spy on us.
Right, they really
That was like a big, but it was like, yeah, that was fun.
Like, totally spies. Fucking spy kids, all the spies.
Yeah, it was like, let's be a spy.
Codename Kids Next Door. Everyone was goddamn
spy. We're the kids nowadays.
Spies.
So what do you think? Well, I was supposed to ask another question. What do you think about the movie? A lot of holes, a lot of plot holes. Who can you expect?
When I was watching it, I was like, this movie's
It's
but
really,
I love it for the nostalgia.
I don't remember it being this stupid.
I don't remember it being this stupid either. I was like, God damn it. Our young, undeveloped frontal lobe brains.
But you know what I think really ruins it is the whole homeless guy plot.
That was so ridiculous.
Because what did that have to do with anything? I think
that man came up there and said, I wore this jacket because a man gave it to me off my back. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, is this is where y'all really lost me. And I was just like, there's no turning back, guys.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that had nothing to do with nothing.
Nothing to do with anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I really need to find what was Mrs. Stern's alternative ending. I wonder if that was more interesting.
Yeah. We gotta find the DVD.
Get back on your hunt.
I know, I haven't. I've rated all the damn Goodwills in the tri-state area. I need to go to freaking the other ones.
Gotta go to Bumfuck
Egypt. Thrift shops.
Yeah, go to
I need to just start looking in Baton Rouge. You need to go. Yeah.
But if they know that it's coveted information, they'll sell it to me. But all in all,
even if it's a VHS, you gotta pick up the VHS.
Oh, even if it's a VHS, okay.
Girl, if you see a Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen DVD, VHS, and you don't pick that shit up, I kill your ass. I kill you then.
We have to buy something to watch it.
That's quite all right. That's quite all right.
Yeah. Hopefully it works.
It would be very easy to buy a VHS machine. We probably got one in this house somewhere.
I think we do. Oh my God, that'd be so fun to operate a VHS. It's been so long. Press the rewind button.
You put that shit on
wait for
TikTok.
the click.
Right.
Oh, I feel like it would bring back muscle memory.
Probably would. Now your ass need to go look for something.
Yeah, we'll see. That's so funny. Okay, shout out to Lindsay Lohan and whatchamacallit?
A queen.
What's her name? She's married to Macaulay Culkin.
Brenda
Song, which is so funny because we just did Home Alone, and now we're doing his wife's movie, Brenda's song.
Yeah, good old Brenda.
Now we have to find now we have to bridge another gap
Oh.
for the next movie. Think about it.
We can't do Little Rascals. That would have been...
No, how would we bridge this gap? Think about it. Has to be someone's brother or sister, boyfriend, girlfriend they once dated, twice removed.
We can. Because it would have been... Because Jack is Alfalfa in the Little Rascals. So we could have done Little Rascals, but we've done that already. And then Mr. Walker, he is the friend of the husband and My Big Fat Greek Wedding. But we've done My Big Fat Wedding.
Yeah.
So...
It's got to be somewhere else in there. What if
Miss Dawson been in? She been in something else.
Yeah. What if is Brenda songs? What if we could find a movie with?
We could do Stuck in the Suburbs.
Yeah. Or give me someone like they dated or had a movie with. Like movie stuff. They need to be connected somehow. We'll figure it out.
Whatever.
But maybe not.
Okay, well, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. Goodbye.
Yes, people. Bye, everyone. Toodaloo.